video transmission. Cool. And we are live, man. Rock and roll. Let me do first things first. A little reminder for everybody. Switch over to live chat because the whatever thing, top chat, kind of sucks. I think. Okay, so let's see how we got this going here. We're like a minute early. This is like the setup here, so we should have a little bit of time to do this. Let me get everything loaded up. Looks good. All right. Let's do our thing, guys. Ugh. Let's do our thing. Let's make sure that it's working on my end. First here, hello, Larry Stacy. What's up? We are going to be doing something cool today. We're going to play some 1 hour, 1 life. It's a game, and what you do is you get spawned in as a baby to another player, and every minute is a year of your life. And when you hit 1 hour, you die of old age. So the goal is to try to survive for 60 minutes. And it's kind of cool because you can have babies too, and that's other players that you then are bringing in. So that is pretty dang sweet. I just want to make sure that everything is running optimally. Let me know if you guys can hear me all good and stuff like that. Weird. Okay. I guess it's working. So I guess we're golden. All right. So, like I was just saying, the game we're going to be playing and chatting through is going to be 1 hour, 1 life. It's actually one of my favorite games. It's a fun one just to toss on for a second. And what you do is you are spawned into another player as a baby, and every minute you age up. So in the beginning you're a baby, and you just have to live that way. And you just go through life. I think we should just go ahead and just do it. You'll see how it works pretty quick here. I tried to make the screen pretty big in the bottom right corner right here. So let me know if you need anything. So I was born. You turn up the volume a little. So I'm a little baby. I'm the little baby in this mom's arms. And this is my mom, my ally, Violetta Storm. So the mom should be giving me a name, but she seems to just be running me out into the woods somewhere. Hello. Name me, please. Do I have a name? I'm just you. The interesting thing is you can type in this, but when you're a baby, you can't really say much. So I can just do one letter, H. But I think I can, like, do my faces and stuff. And you just want to survive. The biggest thing is just getting food, and then yeah, kind of like BitLife. Exactly right. But you just walk around and do your thing. I know, aren't I a cute little baby? I don't have a name yet, though. My last name's going to be Storm, because that's my mommy's last name. I don't really know if I'm a boy or a girl, though. I think that's my biggest complaint, is it doesn't tell you if you're a boy or a girl in the beginning, and it doesn't tell you, like, what your own name is. Where is she taking me? It doesn't seem like we're really going to a town. Which is kind of lame. I feel like we're just out in the middle of nowhere. What are we doing? Just eating berries out here? But she's like fully dressed, so usually they're kind of negative. Oh, I'm Suze. That's my name is Suze. I should probably be careful because I think that there's like some cartoony kind of nudity in this. So we'll keep an eye, huh? You can set me down. Oh, thank you. Well, she didn't really give me nothing. My name is Suze, though, so I think I'm a girl. I like how I have a little bit of hair on the top of my head. Where are we going, lady? What's my mom's name? Violetta? Can I talk yet? Hi. It's kind of like BitLife. Just popping in to say hi from Scotland. Scotland! It's past midnight, so I'm going to try and sleep, sending love. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you manage to stay safe. Thank you. Yep, and just less drugs and haunting. Yeah, right? Did this just start, or am I really late? It just started. Although I don't really know what we're doing here. I can't really do much because I'm just a little baby. I need to grow up. Usually when I've spawned in, we're like in a town, and then they just let you hang out by the fire. And I don't know. You're in a town with a support system, but I don't know where she's taking me. So I guess we're just walking around with this lady. Good time to be reading the chats, though. Did this just start? Yeah, it just started. Rock and roll. What I'm going to do, though, is, I hope this doesn't do anything too crazy. Minimize that just a little bit. Because it's hard for me to see. Hello. Look, I can run around now. I'm just a little babe. What's my name? Suze? Suze Storm is my name. Nice. Alright, Violetta, what are we doing here? I'm getting scared that I'm not going to be able to survive out here. I kind of wanted to be in like a little town. That would have been really nice. Really enjoy the videos about Chantel. You know, I've really been enjoying the videos about Chantel myself because she is just like a open well of hypocrisy. That's for sure. Man, she just like does not see the irony in what she's saying, and she doesn't get that what she's accusing people of can equally be flipped right back on her. I can't believe that she isn't able to see that. That's what blows my mind. I like that it's co-op. Very interesting choice. Yeah, and it's kind of cool because you can't really tell right now this game, but co-op is, I guess, a weird word for it, but like usually you're in like a town of people, and I don't understand why we're just out here in the woods, and I almost wish I could just die and do it again, and I bet you there is... Oh, here. Watch this. Did it happen? Die. Die. Put me down, Mom, so I can die. Oh, she picked me back up. Never mind. I guess I'm not allowed. Just vibing as a baby. Yeah, we are. Sue Storm, please refer to me as. My favorite thing in this game is to be really catty with the other moms, because usually you're a girl in this, because the way new players come in is you'll just be walking around as a female character, and then a baby will just be born, and that's a new player joining the game, and you have to take care of that player and teach them how to like survive in your little village or with what you're trying to do. This lady has been very quiet as a mom, kind of a bad mom, but I like to get catty with the other moms, because what'll happen is people will join in and they'll be a baby and they won't like where they are, so they'll just kill themselves or they'll just die so they can respawn, and it just like a baby will be in their arms and they're like, oh, a baby, and then it just turns into skulls and crossbones, and then I like to accuse the moms of being bad moms for letting them die. So so that's the real game for me. The game is called 1 Hour, 1 Life. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's a hoot, I think. You live for an hour, max. Where are we going? Where? And when you're a young age, you can't type that many words, so I said, where are we going? I said, where? And she said, to the right. City? Let's see what she has to say. Yes. Oh, okay. To the bell. Whatever that means. Maybe she is a good mom. Maybe she is taking care of me. I noticed, I don't know if you guys can tell, but she has 2 different pairs of shoes on, which is kind of like, not right. Mr. Varke! Good evening, everyone. Hope y'all are doing great. Do not live, LOL, stupid phone. The mother is like, no, you won't live. Yeah, I'm a little scared. This is a bad mom. Oh my goodness, now I can see where we're going. It says Bell, 1.3 kilometers east. Yikes. That is kind of a trek, I think. Here, I'll go a little bigger so you guys can see what's going on. Maybe a little better. I know I'd like just minimize it too. The problem is, I kind of should just move my setup a little bit so that I can hang out right here. I could put something cool here, but don't you hate when like people stream and they've got a million things going on? And they got like they'll have like a blue background with like black boxes and just like crazy graphics in the back and stuff like that. And when I see that, it's information overload, and I'm not a fan. Oh, hey, look it. I'm getting big, dude. I got like a little ponytail. Ooh, a backpack. Give it to me, Mom. Mom! Violetta. Thank you. I'm trying to grab it. Please drop it. Oop. It's just kind of messy, the controls, though. I just want to put it on. There we go. Nice! She's giving me a hat, too. Did someone die here? Can I eat this corn? But I can put it in my backpack. Ooh, I have a little brother, you guys. Aw. I'm scared I won't be able to survive, though. So I think I just need to follow the mom. But I'm gonna need to eat, but I don't have any food. So I'm getting scared. I kind of miss the days when my mom was just carrying me around, but now I have a little brother. I should say something about it, but... Yikes, now I'm starving. Oh, but now I'm full? Why? Oh, because I'm sick. And that's lowered my total thing. Oh, I can't get out of here because I keep clicking crap. These trees are in the way. Let me go. Mom! Wait for me, Mom! What a bad mom. She just is obsessed with this bell. I kind of wish I could walk around with the WASD keys, but you just have to click to where to go. That's maybe an annoying thing. Man, I hope I can find some food soon. That's for sure, though. I'm getting a little scared. Oh, here's like a forest. Mom! She just left me. What a mom. Oh, cucumber, please be able to eat. Oh, I can't eat it. Well, guys, I think this is going to be a quick life. I don't know. I think I'm surviving this one. Well, maybe I'll get spawned into a better mom that won't just leave me. Wow. Violetta, what were you thinking, Sue's Storm? I hope that somebody's able to find my backpack and hopefully it brings them better luck than me. You know what? I blame my baby brother. Jamie L. Ooh, I died at 8 years old. That means I survived for 8 minutes. Every minute is a year in your life. So, like, once you hit, like, I don't know, whatever, 15 minutes in or something, you're basically an adult and you have to contribute to the town. Just zaped in. So what are you playing? I am playing 1 Hour, 1 Life. Blessing us with so much content these days. Love it. Keep up the great work. Calling out Chantel. Thank you, Jamie L. Yeah, Chantel really is, the, like, epitome of hypocrisy, isn't she? It's just something else. I'm in 202nd place in the world in this game, you guys. How many people play this game? Like 203 people? Alright, connecting. Let's be born to hopefully a better situation this time. Oh, I'm in a little town now. There's my mom. Hestia. Hestia human. Heyo! Happy. Because I'm happy that you're my mom. Thank you for that, Jamie L, by the way. It rocks. I always love it when you guys are doing super chats for no other reason, you know. I just like to see what they say. Hey guys, hope all is well with everyone. Yeah, Sarah Connor, that's always great. Chantel is live too, LOL. Oh, we're like competing. I think in my last video I was talking about how, what did she name me? She says, let's get you some clothes. My lady, 9 meters away. Am I a boy or a girl though? I wish I knew. Because I like being a girl, because then I can have little babies, and I love taking care of my little babies in this game. That's my favorite thing. My name is Jamie. And then they give me like a gender neutral name too. That's a thing that's kind of irritating when I'm trying to tell if I'm a boy or a girl. And I'm just a little baby, so I can't even ask. I can just say like B. Oops. I can just say B. G. Need clothes. No, what I need is food. I'm starving over here. So the mother was like, I'll have a baby in the woods and make him walk to the bell. Yeah, exactly. She just abandoned me, my last mom, Violetta. She's out there somewhere now. I'm somewhere else entirely on the map now with this new family. You see how this is more of like a town, though? I'm pretty good at the town stuff. What I like to do as well is I like to work in the kitchens and then hide pies and eat pie so that when everyone's starving, I have pies hidden and I just go, yummy. There's berries here. So at least there's food. At least I'll die. I'm not good enough in this game to survive on my own. I just know how to mooch off of other people. Because the point of this game is that you're supposed to build up like generation after generation and get bigger and bigger and bigger. This is kind of cool. She has this crazy notion that they are going to let her have weight loss surgery. If Chantel gets stomach cut out, she'll explode it on the first day of recovery with a fast food mukbang. Will be epic to watch live. Yeah, that's... Oh. My mom's super new. That's okay. Okay. That's fine. Everyone's a new player. I haven't played in a while, actually, myself. This is my return. But anyways, with overweight people, too, I think there's a thing where... I don't know if this is like a weight loss surgery deal. But, yeah, I don't care, Mom, if you're a great cook. But when you do surgery on, like, overweight people, I think that they're way harder to stitch up, right? Because you can't, like, stitch fat is the tricky part. It gets really tricky. Yeah, the game is called 1 Hour, 1 Life. Every minute is a year in your life. And you just try to survive. Roblox, oof. She's live right now. Again, you passed a turkey and a goat. You must be more vicious. Jamie, she lost weight. A man that loved to take care of babies. Marry me, Mr. Varke. I love taking care of my little babies and being catty with the other moms. That's like my favorite in this game. Hey, Mom, I'm happy. Look at my clothes. I got like a cool little hat and stuff. But am I a boy or a girl? Boy? Or girl? If I could type. Girl? Oh, I'm a boy. Dang it. I hate being a boy. That means I actually just have to work. I can't just sit by the fire and just have babies. My son, Jamie. Aw. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Hestia. Aw. Good kid. I know I am a good kid. Let's see. Do your best. TY. And watch us do a little love. Aw, give her a little heart. I like to be nice to my family. I like to keep an eye out for my mom. When she dies, I'll probably bury her. That's the kind of son I am. Ooh, look at all this. Alright, let's get to work here, boys. Let's see. I'm in charge of the kitchens now. And there's a way to do this. We have a lot of food, actually. That's a skinned bear. That's cool. Well, first things first. Oop, drop whatever this is. Let's grab a berry and let's eat. Mmm. Yum. Is that my mom? Yeah, it is. Okay, so do I have stuff in my backpack? I do. Let's drop it. Drop. Empty the backpack. We gotta make pies. That's usually what I'm pretty good at. I just make pies the whole time. And I know that to do that, we're gonna need a rock. So, ooh, 7 meters away. Where? Baby, it says. The bell is 1.7 kilometers there. Oh my god, I have a... Aww. Who is this? Mang? And... his name's Mang. I have a brother, I think. Brother Mang. Come back, Mang. I want to say hi. Bro! Aw. BB. That's what people say baby in this game. They do BB. I never understood why they're in there hacking out parts of the stomach. Why don't they cut out a couple 100 pounds of fat, too? Isn't your body going to, like, some pretty severe shock if you just, like, don't have the weight there? I think your body would freak out in that situation. This is a raw bread loaf. These are raw pie crusts. So what we need is to, like, get a bowl, I think. Let's grab a bowl. This is kind of a confusing game. Let's drop it off. I think we're going to need a flint chip. No. We need to find, like, a rock. There, that looks like a rock. Oh, it's a flint chip again. That's okay. We'll put it in our backpack. It's all with the mouse, this game. That's... oh, sharpstone. That's what I need. And we need to switch this out for this flint chip. What a mess this is. Alright, so now what we need to do is we have our bowl here. Let's steal some berries and eat some berries because we're getting hungry. I don't think you're supposed to eat only the same foods, but I live kind of to the toot of my own drum or whatever people might say. I don't know if we can make tomato pie, but I know that we can make carrot pie. Where's the carrots? There's a carrot. Ha, gotcha. Alright, let's put you in here. Oop, whoops. The controls, man. Alright, let's grab our rock. Oh, nice. Look at this. We have a bowl of mashed carrot. So now what we're going to do is take this inside of the kitchen. And we are going to... I think we just put it on here. Look at that. Now we have raw carrot pie. And then when someone lights up the engines here, or the furnace, we'll be able to cook. How exciting. Hiding in the kitchen and eating pie honestly sounds like my lockdown life. I've been cooking a lot, to be honest. Having fun. I am in charge. I can't even talk that much yet. When I get older, don't worry, guys. I'll assert my dominance of the kitchens. I'm going to be head chef. And I'll be bossing people around. I think if you just speak from authority, they'll listen. Is my mom sure that I'm a boy? I don't necessarily look like a boy. I feel like this is long hair. But they can't tell. That's the dumb part. Look at all this broth here. Hey, hello, you. Hi. We got another bowl. And what we're going to do is the same thing that we just did. We're going to find some carrots, and we're going to make some more raw carrot pie. What, did my mom have another baby? She's just churning them out. Man, I'm getting good at this now, you guys. Look at me go. Look how fast I'm making this. I'm already paying for myself. Just kidding. It just looks like I'm doing a lot of work, but when I start hiding pies in my backpack, people won't be as excited, I don't think. See? Yum. Oh, what a good mom, OMG. My grandma had weight loss surgery, and you have to be very careful. Go to the wrong doctor, and they could mess up your life. Yeah, it's a pretty major thing. I mean, your body is kind of trying to do something, and your body doesn't like to, I don't think, be like, to face radical changes. What's up, Mr. Varke? Hey, Sarah, what's up with you? I need a cheat meal tonight. What should I eat? Ramen noodles and meatballs, I think. Like the pre-processed meatballs. Cue the people going, oh, you don't even know how bad those are for you? I don't care. I know that there was more bowls. I should save this basket. When my mom dies, I'm going to bury her. Because that's how good of a son I am. I'm going to run this place. I need a better clothes, though, if I'm going to run this place. Ooh, a shovel. That's something I can do. Man, this is like kind of a confusing game. I think if they just allowed me to use a couple more buttons, I'd be a lot more happy. Whoa! Can I get on this horse? Stop it. Why are you just picking stuff up? No! Yeah, see, it's messy. I don't know. And it's all left clicks and right clicks, and it's really easy to get them mixed up. Let's go here. Let's drop our little bowl. Let's find another carrot. Let's keep looking busy. If we make like 3 carrot pies, then we can brag to everybody about how I'm saving the town from starvation. And how I'm really good at the game. Maybe the best there's ever been. Here it is. Drop you off in there. Let's grab our rock. Mash it. Nice. You're mashing it. A little Sunny in Philadelphia reference there. Different kind of a thing, though. Let's drop her off. Oh, my mom. Oh, BB. I am your bro. That's because I care, you guys. Family's everything, huh? Thoughts on the Slatins. Been binging your videos lately. I do enjoy your savagery, good sir. Oh, I do say. That's how a rich person would talk. Ooh, sliced bread. Let me have a slice of that. Why can't I have any? I never understand this. So you grab 1 piece? That's it. Grab another piece. Eat. I love wasting the resources of my town. Give me your shirt. I'm not old enough in this game to talk too much, but you know what I'm gonna do? What needs to be done? Where's a fire? I'm gonna start this furnace. Let's light this candle. There it is. Look at that. I wish I could like start the place on fire. Wouldn't that be great? Probably too many people would do that. Uh oh, I need wood. One of these? Why can't I put anything in there? See, this is messy. Oh, what is that? Another little baby? Dude, my mom is just pumping out babies, really. That's pretty cool of her. We're going to have a lot of people, but the problem is if too many babies are born and there are people that aren't contributing, then the problem was, oh, and then no one will start helping. Look at all these bones out here. So this one was my 6th grade uncle. This one was my first cousin, 7 times removed. They died 68 years ago, which is every minute is a year in this game. When you hit 60, you die of old age. I don't know exactly how old I am so far. Maybe like, I don't know, 15 probably is how old my character is. I should like help with... No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't help. You also have to lose a lot of weight, and you'll make it sick. Yeah, take care, sad boy Joe. Follow the more you know. If Chantel would just move more and eat less, she wouldn't surgery. The surgery isn't going to solve her food addiction. Many people have got weight loss surgery, lose weight, and gain it back. Yeah, it's kind of like people who don't make good financial decisions, and then they win the lottery, and then they just like squander away their lottery money, and everyone says, well, I wouldn't do that, but like odds are, I don't know, a lot of people do, so you probably would fall into the same trap. But it's kind of like that, you know, like healthy living comes from making the decisions. You can't just like surgery away bad life decisions. And it seems like that's kind of what they're trying to do in a way when they do stuff like that. Not to saying that there isn't a place for surgeries and stuff, because definitely different people have different situations going on. But Chantel, I don't think, is one of those people. I think that she has, like, I don't know, I guess I'm not an expert on it, but I just don't like that she hides behind a lot of stuff. I don't like that she like gives labels to herself. Like she'll call herself fat or something, or like say that she has mental illness, and then she'll like really use that to hide behind or hide behind any sort of criticism that gets applied her way. And it's really gross, man, because in a way I think she's the one belittling people when she does that. She's like minimizing their struggle so that she can avoid criticism. And it's like, what are you doing, Chantel? That's kind of gross. Hey, dude, I was actually going to use that bowl. Oh, there we go. Look at me. I'm going to make 2 pies now. I just want to get old enough so I can talk. And then I like getting catty. Let's go back to the kitchen. Make some more pie. Uh-oh. Are we out of pies? We're out of pie crusts. Oh, no, we aren't. Right here. Nice. Man, I'm good at this game. Maybe the best there's ever been or ever will be. Where's the other carrot that I made? Nice try, guys, trying to steal it. Bowl of mashed carrots. You could just eat carrots raw, you know? I don't understand why we can't do that in this. I shouldn't have starved in the woods a second ago. That was BS. Oh, pie crust. Move, please. Move, please. Grandma. Oh, it's my grandma. Lady Claire. No kidding. Let's say hi. Grandma. Grandmam. My little sisters, Mang. Mang. You are my sister. This guy says he has a horse and he's superior. Jordan Rose. He's from a different tribe because he's like a different looking dude. You're my brother. I run the kitchens. This place from nothing. I built this place from nothing, you guys. Nice. We must make food to live. I stay away from edibles. Lasts way too long. If I were overweight, I would be embarrassed and ashamed of her. And let's see. Allison says she has to label herself so that she can excuse her behavior. She knows that she's in the wrong, and that is only the defense she has. Chantel should go to a facility for her food issues. At this point, it's blatantly obvious she can't do this herself, and the people around her are legit enablers. Yeah, and it's not so much I don't think the people around her, or maybe it is, but she's the one that's making the decision. Oh, beautiful. Look at me eating all this food. Can I put this in my backpack? I can't. Shoot. I just used up all the stew. Yummy, though. She has to make the decision to accept, like, I don't know, maybe criticism is the wrong word, but she has to make the decision to accept feedback, and she has to understand that, like, she's not the expert. And I really think that be vigilant of bears. We live smack dab in between several caves. Yeah, I'm not scared of no bears. Like, I really get a vibe from Chantel when she talks that's like, I know better than you, I am better than you, you're a bigot, you're a bully, you're a harasser, I'm allowed to do it, but you aren't. And I think she's kind of delusional in a way, in the way that she's like that, because, like, who do you think you are, Chantel, that you can just, like, speak with such authority on all of these things? I'm allowed to speak on authority with these things because my IQ's in the stratosphere. Thousands, it even hits. You guys want to know how high my IQ is? Take whatever your IQ is, add 20 to it. That's what my IQ is. Just so you know. Hey, Just Jen. I love your shenanigans. Keep it up, please. Also, think your videos help wash the depression away. Well, I'm always glad to help Just Jen, and I always appreciate the super chats as well. Rock and roll. It rocks a ton. I'm glad that they light up like that so I can see them. I ate a very strong edible, ate it, woke up at 7 p.m., woke up disorientated, went to smoke a cig, thought, geez, it's cold, realized it was not 7 p.m., but 7 a.m. the next morning. Yikes, man. Really zonked you. She has to label herself so that she can excuse her behavior. Yeah, she's hiding behind her labels. I agree. She really likes to, because if she can line herself up with, like, a protected class or something, then she can absolve any criticism of her. And what really cracks me up, especially in the video that I just released earlier this morning about it, is she'll go, and listen, guys, just because I stop eating healthy and just because I eat 6,000 calories doesn't mean that I've given up on trying to be healthy. Yeah, okay, Chantel, but you're literally doing the opposite of what you said you were going to be doing. So, like, what do you want from us? To support you in making the bad decision? We can see that you're, like, saying one thing and doing another. So, like, I don't understand what she expects from us, what she wants. Us to support her in literally everything she does? The world doesn't work that way. You know, there's people that aren't going to like you. There's people who aren't going to agree with you. There's people who think that you're abusing the system and just, like... And that's really what I think she's doing. She's abusing people who actually do have a lot of issues with stuff like this by hiding behind that. She's trivializing all of these things for people who actually do have a lot of issues with stuff. I don't think it's Paul's fault. We never see him partake in the absurd eating habits. I'm not sure. My English is horrendous. LOL, my bad. Oh, Jen, I don't think you said anything wrong. I love your shenanigans. Chantel would have a better time if she only did mukbangs like a hungry fat chick. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm not saying that mukbang channels don't get any negative feedback, because there are people that give negative feedback, but okay, Every channel gets negative feedback and has people in the comments that are saying stuff just to get a rise out of you. I get them a lot. And like, to think that you're exempt from that is crazy. And if she just went to one, if she was all about like weight loss and then started losing weight and being healthy, people would support her. And if she only did mukbangs, a lot more people would just support her. But she's trying to have the best of both worlds. She's trying to have her cake and eat it too. Like, it's kind of a pun in some way. And it just doesn't, you don't get to do that, Chantel. You don't get to like spit in our eye and then say you're not spitting in our eye. It doesn't work that way. We're calling you out when we see stuff, you know? Chantel saying she's gonna hire a male escort for her birthday. Yeah, it's the only guy that'll say hi to her. By the way, can I make fan art of you? Anytime, Jen. You definitely can make fan art of me. I think you guys are basically allowed to comment and do whatever you like. Like, wouldn't it be kind of weird if I was like, no, you're not allowed to make like anything of me and you're not allowed to comment on me, blah, blah, blah. It's almost like, well, then what are you doing on this public platform, you know? That was like a thing that Chantel said. I can't believe people are saying this on this public platform. You're on the same public platform saying the same stuff, Chantel, so we get it. You're better than us, I guess. Wait, who's this guy? My second cousin? Joseph. Are you okay? Who is this? He died. He had a horse. I'll give it to you for your white shirt and pants. Give him here, Joseph. I am head chef. I need to look like a chef. Otherwise, no one will take me seriously, you guys. Perception's reality. Who's going to believe I'm head chef if I don't get to dress like a chef? I should just be looking for clothes, huh? Oh, he is. Thief! Those are my pants. Give them back. What if I start crying? What did they give me? He did it, you guys. He really gave me the shirt. Now I can pretend I'm head chef. You are my apprentice. We run this place. Alrighty. I had to leave for a minute and realize I was wrong. She's not live. She posted another mukbang. Woohoo! Surprise, surprise. She doesn't want any feedback, though. Well, she does, just feedback that agrees with her. Oh, thank God. Tease. Tease. Stop teasing me. Ah, if I could just type. Tease. I want to take my pants off and give them to him. Take this, please, Joseph. Trade pants with me. Trade pants! Oh, that fuck. That son of a gun. Chantel's saying they're going to hire a male escort. I think that's hilarious. It's about as bad as when Amber Lynn says she'll mostly buys organic and all-natural food. It doesn't matter when you eat the entire thing. Yeah, dude, it's like sometimes it's not the what you're eating too, and it's the quantity. That's definitely a thing. I find the key to losing weight is watching what you eat and limiting what you eat. Yeah, it's more quantity over the quality, I really think. I mean, it's calorie in, calorie out is kind of the simple equation. And I get that there's more complicated things that can go into losing weight. But for the most part, it's calorie in, calorie out. And if you are able to maintain that deficit, then you should be able to lose the weight. Not speaking generally, of course, there's people who like have medical things and stuff like that. But I don't like when the conversation is shifted to that, dude. Like when you start saying like, okay, well, to lose weight, you have to lower the amount of calories you're eating, and people go, well, what about people with medical stuff? Okay, so then what? We then don't limit the amount of calories you eat, then I guess, because people exist in the world where it doesn't help them. So I guess don't. Like, who are you? What's the point of that? You're just kind of throwing in something just to disagree. And the whole thing where people are like, the whole healthy at every size thing is just silly, and I think the greatest argument against it is when people will say like, people will go, well, I'm fat and I don't have any health issues, and it's like, yeah, okay, imagine you trying to say cigarettes aren't unhealthy because you've smoked cigarettes and you haven't gotten lung cancer yet, okay? That's kind of the argument that people make when they're like, oh, healthy at every size kind of a deal. And not saying that bigger people can't be healthy, but let's not pretend that obesity isn't like a huge predictor for a ton of problems that happen to people. Like, let's just be honest with ourselves there, huh? Message retracted from Just Jen, no worries. Everyone, let's show Mr. Varke some love and smash the like button. Smash that like button, guys. Make sure that, like, pretend that this box over here is the like button and go like this. Smash. How dumb. I find the key to losing weight is watching what you eat and limiting what you eat. You should check out Hungry Fat Chick's YouTube. She's sweet, unlike Chantel. I don't really super enjoy watching people just stuff their gullets. I think that's not enjoyable to me, especially when they make a bunch of noise when they do it and they go. That is like nails on chalkboard to me, man. And mainly it's because it's so not necessary. Don't feed Petro. Petro, I will recruit him to my cause. Sally is my cousin. You are Sunshine. Oh, nice. Mang! Aw, Mang. My niece. I have a niece, you guys. Her name's Sunshine. Aw, she has red pants, too. Must be nice to be a baby and get red pants. I had fur pants that I had to throw away. I should just look for different clothes. Usually what I do is just find a dead person to take them off of. Just like in real life. Hey! This might be it. Can I drop these? I didn't even realize I was carrying bowls. Get out of here, freak. I'm trying to get these pants. Nice. Pair of pants. I run this joint now. White clothes, blue hat. Has there ever been a look that was better than that? Petro. Petro. What have you done? Chantel's so full of crap, literally and figuratively. I doubt she'll get a male escort. I guess we'll wait and see. I think half of her stuff is BS. Petro's the leader now. Petro just got made the leader of the tribe. That's awesome, because my grandma died in the game. Safeway has a brand of thin crust cauliflower crust pizzas that are low carb-ish and only 900 calories if you eat the entire thing. I can't watch Hungry Fat Chick. It's depressing to watch her because she honestly doesn't look happy. I think a lot of these people don't look super incredibly happy when they're doing stuff like that. All hail Lord Petro. I think there's a lot of people that don't look super happy when they do stuff like that. And like Amberlynn, Reed, and Chantel, I feel like you can see it in their eyes that they're not happy with how they look. And if they could just like flip a switch and be thin and healthy, they would flip that switch and be thin and healthy. But that switch doesn't exist, and they're just like stuck in their own perpetual cycles, and they won't break off from it. And stupid Chantel's dumb video where she's like, and when you guys criticize me, you're not helping. Well, guess what, Chantel? Our job isn't to help you. We'd love for you to help yourself. Our job is to consume content, and then put our thoughts on that content. Just like how you're creating content that's all about your thoughts. You ever think about that? Or does that just blow your mind a little bit? A little more in my face, huh? Can't watch Hungry Fat Chick. Eating noises are so nasty. I've been with my husband for 26 years, and I still cringe when he slurps. Listen, break him of that habit, because that's so unnecessary. Because you know what's crazy is there are people who don't slurp, and there are people who eat silently. And I bet you there are times where he doesn't slurp. So obviously it's possible, and it's just rude, dude. And like some people will be like, "Well, I can't help it." Yeah, you can. Everybody can help it. You just don't want to. That's the problem. It doesn't make your food more delicious. You're just making an annoying noise that you're just telling everyone else how much you're enjoying the food, and I just am not interested in how much you're enjoying your food. Okay? It's gross. Quit slurping. It ain't right. It ain't natural. I mean, it's probably natural. My favorite, I think I said this last stream, is when people go like, well, Yestervark, in other cultures, slurping is a sign of respect. Great. Well, when you're interacting with those cultures, then please do that thing. But how about in this culture where it's rude, you do what this culture does, and you do the polite thing. Like imagine, this is the same example I gave last time too. Imagine if somebody like just went and kicked you in the shin, and you're like, yeah, that was kind of rude, dude. And they go, yeah, well in Kenya, that's actually a sign of respect to kick someone in the shin. Great. Go kick someone's shin in Kenya then, please, dude. But here, it's kind of a rude thing to do. It's bonkers. Blue pants. Who is this? Let's drop these trousers. Let's get some new ones. Excuse me. Excuse me. Give me your pants. What am I picking up? Garbage. Nice. Oh, we look good. We look dang good, you guys. Oh, trust me, he knows I hate it. That's probably why he does it. That's kind of fair too, because like, a brother, a father, and a husband's job is to like purposefully sometimes annoy people by doing little things, you know. Sometimes, like when I'm talking to females that I know or they're in my family and stuff, I'll say like, I'll overly explain something, and then I say, "Do you get what I'm saying?" And then they'll say, "Yes, I get what you're saying." And then I go, "No, I don't think you do. Allow me to further explain." And then I like to go in extra detail about something that's already very obvious, as if they don't already understand. Oh man, that's funny. And actually, let's see. And me and my sister are like, I was watching Bachelor with my family, and there's a girl in there named Rachel, and I was like, well, you know, Rachel's a vet. And she's like, she is not a vet. And I said, yeah, she is. She's a vet. Look it up. And then she looked it up, and Rachel wasn't a vet. She's like, no, she's like a social media, or she's like some consultant or something. And then I just pull up the definition of what a veterinarian is, just as someone who like helps an injured animal. And she's like, so look, she's not a vet. And I said, oh, so what? Are you denying that a veterinarian helps sick animals? Like as if that's what the topic is about. Sometimes the job is to drive people insane. One Hour One Life is on Linux too. Cool, I should try it. I ditched Windows and Apple a while ago. Interesting choice. I tried Linux. I didn't really like it that much. I just feel like it's just a worse Windows, in my personal opinion. But I'd be interested to know why you like Linux. Because I did give it a shot. I really did. Oh, trust me, he knows I hate it. I love that. That's why they do these ridiculous diets or want surgery. In their eyes, it's a quick fix. Like you said, flipping a switch. Yeah, quick switches don't, or flipping switches for this stuff doesn't exist. Like, people who are like, well, how can I lose a bunch of weight really fast? Yeah, you're not going to like the answer, man, because really the only way to do it is a calorie deficit, which either means you need to exercise a ton and you need to, cut your calories by a bunch. And those are not fun things to do at all. It's not fun to eat less, man. I get it. Food's delicious, especially if you're like really into food and you really like to eat, man. That's a hard thing to do. It sucks, but like there's no easy way to do it. And that's just the truth of it. I wish there was. That'd be cool. Like, it'd be cool if you could just tell your body, like, hey, metabolism, if you could just burn like 6,000 calories a day for like a month, that'd be cool. But your body doesn't do that. It tries to hold on to that fat, doesn't it? Which is just unfortunate. I mean, I guess it's kept us alive for like generation after generation, you know, but it doesn't make it any less painful and difficult. I'm going to scoop up some bones and dump them. Looks like we have a little grave area right here. I think my great-grandmother's little bones were laying down here as well, so you better go find her old bones and just, you know, scoop them out. Oh, who's this? My grandmother. Claire! Hello, everybody. Would anyone like to pay respects to the former Lady Claire? This guy's like swearing. You know what? F this! He's my first cousin. I just hate killing people. Lady Claire. Lady Claire! Pay your respects to Lady Claire. Someone killed someone, it looks like, huh? Is my mom still alive? He's got a bloody bow. He killed someone. Don't heal Vera. Who's Vera? Oh, that's this lady right here. She killed somebody. People are just being brutal, huh? My niece. Sunshine. This is your great-grandma, Claire. No one cares. No one cares about the elderly in this. I'm just going to go dump her bones. I don't have anyone to bury me. I don't think anyone will. I won't have the opportunity to make any pals. And I don't know what happened to my mom either. I kind of wish I knew where she was. Because if she dies, I want to bury her. She was an okay mom. Not like my last mom. When I first started, she just left me in the woods. How messed up is that? My partner is Japanese, and I do get annoyed when he eats / slurps noodles, lol. I love him, though, so I deal with it. Yeah, that's part of it as well, for sure. We are in the U.S. where it's gross to slurp, lol. It is, man. It's like, it's not a polite thing here. I live alone, and sometimes it's nice to eat a meal with someone else virtually through a mukbang, but not when they are noisily slurping or eating gross stuff. I get that. I totally can see how that's cool. I live by myself, and I can see it. I mean, I always like to watch stuff when I'm eating. The funny thing is, sometimes people don't notice they make sounds. Well, they should. Water fasting is the fastest possible method to lose weight. Snake diet. What is water fasting? That just means like you just quit drinking water and you try to lose water weight? That can only go so far though, right? Like you can't just keep losing weight because... Hello, niece. Because you only have so much water, and at some point you gotta like lose the fat. Where's your mom? Where's your mom, niece? Funny thing is, sometimes people don't notice they make sounds. Interesting. That 900 calorie pizza sounds pretty cool. How much calories are in a regular, like, frozen pizza, I wonder? Probably more than 900. I'd guess like 1,400 if I was just throwing out a number. That sounds right to me. Which I guess is like half of that, huh? Tossed right on top, which is gross. I used to work at a gas station fast food place, and you wouldn't believe how often on Taco Tuesday people would choose a deep fried salad over a normal, more healthy taco. Yeah, I think that's a big thing with a lot of fast food places too, is they try to really go for like this healthy look, but nothing's changed. So like, kind of reminds me of like Sun Chips or something too. Like they'll go, oh, it's more healthy, but it's really not more healthy than just chips. So, like, you're not doing yourself necessarily a big favor by doing that. But people, I guess, like, sometimes feeling like you're eating more healthy, I guess, is more important than actually eating the healthy thing. And that's why, like, a lot of these restaurants, I know, like, your Wendy's, McDonald's, not so much Burger King, I don't think, but, like, Arby's and all this stuff, they've really tried to redesign their restaurants and everything so that they just... They look more health conscious, like everything's a lot more clean and slick looking, and they're using more like artisan buns and that look like they're more like wheat buns and stuff like that. It's all a marketing trick though to get people, I think it's all just a marketing trick to get more people to eat their food because they're trying to pretend it's more healthy. But is it more healthy? I don't know. Ish. Maybe it's like a little bit more healthy than it was 20 years ago, but who cares? What happened to this? Plant carrots, 10 berries. Yeah, whatever, Kratos. We are in the U.S. where it's gross to slurp. I knew this guy in high school that made anime noises when he ate. Like, when I pointed it out, he got mad and didn't believe me until a few days later he was like, OMG, I do. What kind of anime noises? Like, beep, 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 beep. What do anime people do? Oh, kind of like, oh? That's like an anime noise that someone would make. Oh. Ah. Oh, man. I used to work at a gas station. I think Foodie will go through with the weight loss surgery. I don't. I think that she's all talk and no bite. And I just don't like... I can't believe anything that she says, man. It just never happens. She's kind of like Amber Lynn Reed in that way. Like, you just keep saying you're going to do stuff and then doing the opposite. So why do you want... People just don't believe you, and people are, like, calling you on that crap. There's supposed to be, like, a bear here, I thought. Hello, bear. I could probably kick that bear's butt. Sorry, I meant to say dry fasting. It's no food or water for several days. Your body breaks down fat to make water. Oh, really? Interesting. Well, the hardest thing is just not eating. It's, yeah, it's very tricky. But it's very stressful on the body, but it technically is the fastest way to lose weight. Yeah, sure. I don't deny that just, like, going to 0 calories every day is the fastest way to lose weight. I can bet that that's really stressful on the body, though. But at the same time, it's like, you know what else is really stressful on the body? Being 400 pounds. So, I don't know. I guess you have to pick your poison. Like, some people will be like, no, starving's really not healthy for you. Well, listen, if it gets you to where you need to be, then I don't know. Sometimes you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, don't you think? Maybe I'm totally off on this. I don't know, like, the health implications. Don't think that I'm encouraging you guys just to starve yourselves. But I haven't eaten for a couple of months, and look at me, fit as a fiddle. Foodie's latest video was so boring. I hate Detective Foodie. Did anyone see it yet? Yeah, what a joke, huh? We're getting the real uncensored look at Foodie Beauty, and I love that in her one video she was like, what did she say? She goes, You guys, well, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm giving you the real me, and I'm giving you all of the information that I have, and blah 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 blah. Next video comes out. You guys don't even know the full story. You don't even know the full story. I know that I told you I'm giving you the full story, but you don't even know the full story. That's on you, Footy Booty. Footy Booty. Chantel. Gosh, what a joke. She just like gives off a vibe, and it's just this snarky, like, I'm better than you and I know better, and you don't have any right to say anything about me. Sure, I have the right to post content about whatever I want, but you guys don't have the right to post any of that same content, and it's hate when I don't like it because I'm better than you and I know better than you. And oh man, it's just, give me a break, Chantel. We all know people like you. We all get it. You think you're better than everyone else, and you think that your shit doesn't stink, but it does. Newsflash. And you're kind of just not a good person is the vibe that you're giving off. And I don't know her personally. Maybe it's all just an act too, and maybe she's like super nice in real life. But there were some comments that were kind of talking about this too. She's an older woman on the wrong side of 30 if she's that old, and she doesn't have any prospects. She's like living at an ex-boyfriend's house, which is kind of gross too, because what people were telling me is that she was with Pete's, and then she cheated on Pete's with BB, and then BB dumped her, and then Pete's let her come live with him. If I was Pete's, I'd have kicked her to the curb. She's like, I don't have anywhere to go. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Chantel, but that's not really my problem, okay? You dumped me. Remember, Chantel, you left me to be with BB. Why don't you go with BB? Oh, he kicked you out? Oh, sorry. You mean like you kind of did to me? That's what I would say if I was Pete's. And then I would turn on WandaVision and start calling cats turds. Would be my next step, because that's another thing that he does. What's this road to? The bell's the other direction. What if I went to the bell and I found my mom? My original mom that abandoned me in the woods. What a bad mom. In the end, I lost the job to a chicken sandwich. Like an ump when they're eating. Haha. Anime noises be like, yeah, isn't it? Oh. That's how I'd imagine anime noises. Footy's latest video was so boring, it definitely was. Anyone who makes a big deal about comments and turns them off and cries about it has mental problems. Well, it's like, what do you think? What do you think people are going to do on this platform, man? And if her point is that there shouldn't be any negative comments, I'm sorry, Chantel, but there's tens of thousands of people that are watching you, and to think that 100% of tens of thousands of people in any situation are going to go along with something is ridiculous. Like, let's be real with ourselves. So, like, what does she wish YouTube was? A place where people can only supporters can talk to her? Well, that kind of exists. It's called Patreon. Link in my description, by the way, for just some extra videos and stuff like that from a couple years ago and all that good stuff. And also, you guys should follow me on Twitter and all that fun stuff. But whatever, that's besides the point. But like, what does she think? The point of this website is like, it's just like a circle jerk where you just everyone just cheers each other on no matter what. No, Chantel, it's not how this works. So get over yourself. You're not above reproach, even though you think you are. She thinks she's like Jesus come to earth or something. That's the real vibe. She knows better than you, though, guys. Just know that. Chantel's attitude makes her more unlikable. Yeah, she just doubles down on nonsense. It's absolutely ridiculous. Pete is a super cuck, lol, but he wears it like a badge of honor. Soy boy power. Rest in power, Pete. Yeah, no kidding, man. Pete's really is kind of a cuck about that, and then he's just not with her, but I guess he gets to watch her walk around naked sometimes, so it's a win for him. Not exactly a win in my book, but hey, Mary Beth, what's up? You know I follow you on Twitter. So happy you're back. You do. I think I do see yours sometimes. One of the more recent ones. I love going through people's stuff on Twitter. I like following Michael B. Petty and just people that talk about the Chantel stuff. It's fun to see all the Chantel stuff on Twitter and all that good stuff. It is awesome. I haven't seen as much Amberlynn Reed stuff lately. She's kind of fallen off a little bit now. Let's eat these berries. Let's rob this place of their berries. I haven't really been contributing too much to this town. I'm not a very good guy. It's hard, though, because I also want to read the chat, because I really like when you guys are chatting with me. Look at me. They're going to be pissed when they come over here and all these berry bushes are empty. Ha 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 ha. I ate all the berries. Let's see. That impression was exactly what means. Let's see. Where was that? That impression was exactly what Mans did when he ate. LOL. Bless him. That's funny. OMG, I caught you live. So exciting. What other sort of videos are you thinking of making in the future? I really like your Joey's World Tour video. I used to make a bunch of Joey's World Tour videos because he just cracks me up. Really what I like to make videos about is when I see people who are being complete hypocrites. So if you guys have any examples of hypocrites out there, like the reason I make videos about these gals isn't because they're overweight, and it's not because they're doing mukbangs. And sometimes people will be like, well, you should make a video about this mukbanger. It's not the mukbangs that attract me, it's the hypocrisy that attracts me. It's seeing someone say one thing and then doing the complete opposite and then thinking that they're the good guy in that situation when obviously they're not the good guy because they're just like not following through with what they said that they were going to be doing. And I don't know, that's this kind of stuff that I really like to take a look at and make videos about. So a couple other people that I think are pretty big hypocrites, and I have a couple other YouTube channels actually that because I don't think sometimes people like when the topics are switched around too much, so I just moved some of the videos from my channel onto these other channels. But I like I think the Young Turks, they're like one of the bigger online news sources on YouTube, and I think that they're entirely hypocritical just because they're like a big progressive movement, and they'll talk about how they're super pro union and all this stuff, but then when their when their workers try to unionize, they union busted it. So it's like, come on, dude, pick a lane, guys. Stuff like that, stuff where I can watch a video and go, pick a lane. That's the stuff that I like videos about. But Chantel is like that, Amberlynn Reed is like that, the Young Turks are like that. There's definitely more. Rice Gum used to be like that. He's a guy that kind of has fallen off, but he's kind of like that. I'm always interested to find more. They're just kind of hard to find. Onision is definitely like that. I used to make a bunch of videos about Onision. But he is just such a goofy dude. He's hard to make videos about because you can't tell if he's being serious or not. And I think that's kind of his strategy, is I think he's openly provocative on purpose in order to get views. And he's been getting a lot more views lately as well, I've noticed, which is kind of insane. If I want hypocrites, check out Glitter and Lasers. Let me get that down and text it to myself or something. How do you text to yourself? I think I can just type in my name, right? Yeah, I've done it before. Okay, Google, now let me text myself, please. I don't just want to see the messages. Google, come on. I don't want to search my text messages. I want to text myself. So, okay, fine. I guess what I'll do is I'll go to my contacts, type in my name. There I am. I'll go somewhere else and do it. That's my old phone number. What in the heck? Start a chat. My name's Reed. Maybe I don't even have my number on. Maybe I'm just getting mad. What if I accidentally just said my number out loud? Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't you guys just laugh? Hey there, Reed. That's my name. Glitter and Lasers. Lasers. I'll give him a look. I'm telling you, Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé. What is that noise? Weird. Hello, quickly. Foodie kind of supports Pete. She buys his food and pays the majority of the rent. Foodie kind of supports Pete. She buys his food and pays the majority of the rent. Yeah, Pete is still a cuck, though, for letting her in. I mean, how little self-respect do you have to have a girlfriend that cheats on you and leaves you and then has nothing, and then he just takes her back? And now they're just friends? Cool, so she pays his rent. Is that what his self-respect is worth? Is having a chick pay his rent? It kind of makes him a loser, I think. I think my guy's getting pretty old. Hypocrites is what gets me too. There's an anti-MLMer. MLMer. What is MLM again? Named Emily Leah that I think would interest you. Nice. Oh, multi-level marketer. Oh, I love that stuff. That stuff is hilarious. I was just tweeting out some stuff about that too. I retweeted something where someone was making fun of that, where it's like, one of the worst things like, no matter how bad your life is, just be happy that you're not a person in a multi-level marketing thing that thinks they're an entrepreneur. I love that. Pete lives with Foodie Beauty, and she supports him quite a bit. Yeah, she does. Hater Nation. It's a guilty pleasure to follow all the reaction conspiracy theories. Honestly, more entertaining than Big Al and Chantel lately. Absolutely it is. I agree. I know you're hitting the spot for hypocrisy with Chantel and ALR. LOL. Oh no, you're hitting the spot. Yeah, their hypocrisy is hypocrisy. People love controversy. Controversy sells, man, and controversy from hypocrisy is never ending. So they are endless sources of it. Pete isn't a bad-looking guy. Yeah, maybe if you got a haircut. He's a little weird, but I'm sure there are people who would like his quirkiness. Wonder if he got a girlfriend, what Chantel would think. I think she would be jealous. Ooh, Sarah, I love that. I think that's super true. I think Pete's could find a girl as well. I don't know what his personality's like, but I think if he cleaned himself up a little bit, he could definitely get a chick. And if he had a girlfriend, I think Chantel would be super jealous. I don't think she'd be able to handle it. I think she'd be like really condescending and really messy about it. She'd probably walk around the house naked even more. And it's kind of unfair, too, to the lady that Pete would be dating, because I think Chantel would deliberately try to sabotage something like that. Chantel just doesn't seem like a nice person. She seems like she would, like, if she had a sister, she would take her sister's toy and destroy it so that her sister couldn't play with it, just so that her sister couldn't have fun. That's the kind of vibe I get from Chantel. And then when her sister would call her out on it, she would accuse her sister of bullying her. And she would say, well, I'm fat, so now you're making fun of me for being fat? No, Chantel, I'm making fun of you, and I'm criticizing you because you just destroyed my toy. What does that have to do with your weight? That's the biggest thing with Chantel. She like creates a straw man for the other side. People say, listen, if you're unhealthy, maybe you shouldn't eat as much, or maybe you should eat some healthier foods. And then she goes, oh, what? I'm not allowed to eat a corn tortilla chip and you're just making fun of me because I'm fat? Yeah. And she goes, well, fat people need to eat too. Okay. Nobody on earth is saying that fat people don't need to eat. That faction of people doesn't exist. What people are saying is that you need to eat a little bit less, okay? And you just equivalate that into your mind in that we want you to starve. No, dude. How bonkers. That's the one that really cracked me up in that last video I just made about her, where she's like, fat people need to eat too. Yeah, okay. So in your mind, Chantel, wrap your head around this, guys. In Chantel's mind, we're on team fat people shouldn't be allowed to eat. That's what she thinks is our team, me and you. That's how delusional she is. She thinks that we don't think that fat people should be allowed to eat. What? You're like, the people that you're fighting don't exist, man. You think that we're Gargamel from the Smurfs. That we're just like pure evil. Fat people shouldn't be allowed to eat. Yeah, that's our secret plan, Chantel. You caught us. We're against fat people eating food. No. That faction of people doesn't exist. How stupid. Seriously, it just makes me roll my eyes. I think Chantel would be very jealous if Pete's had a lady, though. The Young Turks are garbage. They're not journalists. They're propagandists. I'd rather watch fence-sitting Tim Pool any day over TYT. Tim Pool's voice kind of annoys me, and I don't like the beanie look, and I don't know. I think since I'm just criticizing everybody now, generally I agree with a lot of stuff that Tim Pool will say, but Tim Pool plays this whole, well, they're doing this, and they're doing this, and I'm not even a conservative. I'm a liberal, but I think blah, 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 blah. Listen, dude, just like, I don't know if I believe that you're a liberal. All you do is support Trump, which is fine. That's your prerogative, man. But don't sit there and say that you're like this liberal all the time, because I don't think that's what you are, because all you do is bash the liberals. And I know he has like explanations around it, but I don't like that. And I think that's that's like a cop-out on his part. And I don't, just come on, dude, be a little more honest about what your actual beliefs are. This whole, he like tries to pretend to be on the left and then supports the right. It seems like is what Tim Pool is doing. And I'm not saying I disagree with what he's saying. I just feel like he's a little disingenuous with how he presents it. Totally my opinion. I don't watch a ton of his stuff at all. The Young Turks, though, are garbage. They're not journalists. That's my big issue with them, too, is they act like they're like a news company or something. What did that guy do? They act like they're a news company or something. But they're just a YouTube channel, dude. They're just people who are putting stuff on YouTube, just like me. And they don't, I don't know. Sometimes they're just flat out wrong about stuff, and they act like they're like the epitome of truth or something. But like, and I understand that they approach it from a biased place, and I don't have a problem with them being biased in their news. But sometimes they just present things like they're fact, and they just aren't fact. And it's like, yeah, it's very clear that your confirmation bias is running you guys. Onion Boy, haven't heard about him in a long time. You know what's crazy is there was a Discovery Channel or Discovery Plus documentary, and I'm in that documentary. They emailed me and asked me to use a little clip, and I allowed them to use a little clip of mine. So I'm in the like part 3 of the Onision documentary on Discovery Plus, just for like a couple seconds. But isn't that neat? Your Varke is on a documentary, you guys. Chantel already told Pete he can't have women in her place. See, she's like controlling. She's a control freak, Chantel is. Let Pete move on with his life, please. Sarah Connor, she strikes me as the type to make a 30-minute I don't care video, lol. If that isn't the most true thing ever. Yeah, nothing says you don't care like sitting down and making a piece of art for 30 minutes about how you don't care. Sure. They're living in your head rent-free. My favorite failing fat chick is that one that tried to run a triathlon and failed the entire way. More excuses than Chantel, even, and always blaming the haters. Reagan Chastain. And, dude, people who just blame other people for stuff, too, is like... Even if it is someone else's fault that you failed, okay, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to take something from them to, like, make yourself equal? Or are you just doing this to absolve yourself of the responsibility for your failure? Because at the end of the day, man, the only person that's really in charge of your life is you. So you can blame other people for your problems all you want, and even if it is other people's faults, it's not helping anything. You just need to get back on the horse and try again. That's all you can do. Complaining isn't helping. And you know what else isn't helping? I need to steal some more pies. I'm getting to be an old man. I'm very wise. My plan was to run the kitchens, but it's hard to be catty and chat with people while you guys are there. I always think I can multitask and do something while I'm chatting with you guys, but I'm never all that great at it. I'm starting to worry that this place is out of food, though. Where the heck is the kitchen? Let me in! It's up here. No, it's down here. Heck yeah. Maybe we actually have a ton of food. You know what I think people need? Oh, we have a lot of pie. Nice. I'll set this down here. Grab a pie. Put it in my backpack. Grab another pie. Put it in my backpack. Nice. Now we're good. Where is everybody? Nowhere. Who just had a baby? I hope it was one of my family members. This is my niece. Oh, it's Aphrodite and my other niece. Good work, nieces. Everyone gets a raise this year. I should walk around with a stick like it's my little scepter, because I run this place. My first cousin, Paul. We have done well. The city prospers. We are good men. I will bury you. You are a good man. You have always taken care of my nieces. I don't even know what I'm saying to this guy. Just nonsense, really. Happy. Nice. He said he'll bury me. That's cool. That's all I really wanted. It's really... Alright, where are we here? She would run the poor girl off. Yeah, I think if Pete did get a woman, she would run the poor girl off. She already told him absolutely no women are allowed, even though she was fine with the idea of him dating and finding happiness before they moved in together. She's a control freak, you guys, and if you don't think she's a control freak, then ask yourself, why is she trying to control her comments so much so that they're only positive, you know? She's really trying to curate her life experience, but there's some things that you just can't control. I love how you explain how I feel so much better than I do. That's because I'm a friggin' genius, man. I'm smarter than anybody maybe that's ever existed. Your little remarks were so funny, too. I like that your name is like Toys R Us symbols, like backwards R's and stuff. Looks Russian or something, huh? I think Chantel would probably talk crap about the girlfriend and point out every little thing she doesn't like. If he does find a girlfriend, I feel bad for her. I think she would too, and the irony would be lost on her about how she's the one being kind of a bitch and how she's the one who's being kind of like a catty bully to the other person and how she's like talking smack. Like the irony would just be lost, and she'd be like, well, I'm not spewing hate because this is just how I feel about it, and this is just like blah, blah, blah. And actually you accusing me of spewing hate is the real hate. Chantel, you live in a world of delusion, my friend. Delusion. LOL, I used to pronounce it wrong too. Epitome rhymes with epitome, kinda. Oh, and then I just said it wrong right there. That's awesome. Isn't that the best? One time someone was in my live chat and they said, "Hey, could you do a shout out to my friend? It's his birthday." And it was 2 words together that I said and that make a pretty bad word. And man, that was kind of funny. Don't do that to me, you guys. I read things too fast. To be honest, when the McDonald's closed down in my area, the amount of overweight people went. That's funny. You know what's crazy is, I mean, of course, one of the biggest issues with the United States and a lot of other Western countries as well is that, like, we've hit a point of wealth to where, like, we don't have problems with people starving to death. We have problems with people who eat too much, and that's really the issue that we have. Isn't that kind of crazy? I don't know. So when people do say that, like, the United States sucks and stuff like that, I know it's just one metric, but, like, yeah, we suck so much that people eat themselves to death because they have so much. Who's this guy? I feel like people keep looking at me. Kratos. We need raises. There is stirring amongst the people. Talks of revolution. Talks of revolution. I can only protect you for so long. Paul. Paul is a good man. Paul is a good man. He deserves to be buried. The girls haven't said 2 words, lol. Paul's calling me out on my crap. I'm just trying to start some drama. Oh, I lost connection? How lame is that? No! I was just chatting with my boy Paul. Trying to reconnect. What, did I die? I feel like it was right when I need the table, too. That's a bummer. Oops. Yeah, Tim always has to point out he's a liberal or a centrist, lol. Yeah, dude, I don't trust that as much. You say it so much, dude. Weird. Why do you have to point out that you are? Why can't people just tell that you're a liberal or a centrist? Is it because you only attack the people all left of you? Weird. There's an interesting book about stuff like that politically. It's called The Righteous Mind. And if you guys are curious about why the different sides fight each other so much in politics, I think I'd recommend that one. That's pretty good. It kind of goes into how conservatives view liberals and how liberals view conservatives, and why, for example, the Democratic Party will oftentimes fracture and the Republican Party will hold together. Like why it's Bernie Sanders versus Hillary Clinton, but as soon as Trump becomes the Republican nominee, everyone gets behind Trump on the Republican side, but on the Democratic side, when Hillary becomes the nominee or when Biden becomes the nominee, a lot of progressives won't join in, and they'll fight each other. And it has a lot to do with like how people morally position themselves and how they view the world. And The Righteous Mind goes over a specific study that's just fascinating, and it's where they have people come into a room. I don't know the specifics off the top of my head, but I think it's like out of 2,000 people that they studied or something. And what they do is they have people come in and they'll ask them a question and they'll say, okay, so the first group of people come in and they say, so if you self-identify as a conservative, write down what it means to you to be a conservative and what your core beliefs are. And then for liberals, they have them do the exact same thing. If you're a liberal, write down your core beliefs and what it means to be a liberal. And they do that. And then the next group of people that come in, they have them, instead of doing what they just did, they say, okay, if you're a conservative, you need to write down what the core beliefs are of a liberal and why they feel the way that they feel. And liberals, of course, each person's individual and they don't know what the other people are being asked. So it's each person's getting asked this by themselves. So there's not like any cross-contamination or anything. And the liberals, you have to write about why the conservatives feel the way that they do and why and how they feel about liberals and what their core beliefs are. And the study finds that some people are really bad at predicting what the other side believes. And the book kind of goes into that. And it shows that like one side thinks that the other side is wrong and the other side thinks that the other side is evil. So really what the book kind of goes into is a lot of times conservatives will think liberals are wrong and liberals will think conservatives are evil. And that's a big rift. But that's also why the Democratic Party will fracture so many times, because the liberals, or the more hardcore you get towards the left, the more you morally think that other people are evil, because on the left you think you care about the poor and you care about people starving and you care about a bunch of very serious issues. And they start assuming that people that disagree with them don't care about the poor and that they just don't care as much and they must be bad faith actors. So they start splitting from their party. It's really fascinating. I think it's worth checking out if you guys are interested in something like that. It's called The Righteous Mind. I don't remember the author off the top of my head. Let's get back to what we're here to talk about, though, right? I think Chantel really would talk crap about Pete's girlfriend if he got a girlfriend. LOL, I used to pronounce it wrong, too. Epitome. Nice. Nailed it. Doesn't Pete have a job? He survived when Chantel cheated on him and left him. I would get my own place or find a roommate. I guess he did kind of find a roommate, a controlling one. Maybe she buys him food or something like that. She gives him the scraps, the celery and stuff when she gets wings. I love celery with wings. Yeah, if Pete's had any self-respect, though, he would get out of that situation. He would move on from Chantel. She really doesn't seem like she's a very nice person. She seems pretty emotionally abusive. And what is it called? Like, it's kind of a narcissistic thing, but like, what is it called where like, I don't know. I don't know what it is called or something. I'm just speaking out of my butt here, but it really seems like Chantel is just projecting onto other people the same flaws that she sees in herself. And it's gross. It's pretty naked how abusive she is with stuff like that. It really is the lack of ownership and accountability that drives me crazy. That word always trips me up. And hyperbole, too. Hyperbole. My ape brain is like hyperbole. Yeah, exactly. I absolutely don't understand their relationship. James purposely moved in with his ex. That's crazy. Making death pacts with strangers online. We need to do that a little more, don't you think? Chantel's kind of creepy, and Pete should run fast and hard. I love how she, like, will do her silly songs, and her songs are just ridiculous. Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. It's messy. She kind of reminds me of Joey's World Tour in that way, where she just makes goofy noises. She's kind of like a kid at heart. It makes me think of like a kindergarten teacher talking to kids. And I don't think it's a coincidence, too, that in the one video where she's eating all that food, and I went into this in that video as well, I don't think it's a coincidence that the video where she's like slurping and eating a bunch of food, she's talking about like Tinder sexual stories. I think that she's crossing the wires there, and she's trying to go after a certain demographic of people that want to hear sexual stories about her while she's eating food. Who might that be? Feeders. Genius Varke. Yeah, that's actually what I was almost named. But my grandfather's name was Yester, so they went with Yester Varke instead, you know, to keep the family lineage or something. I'm actually Yester Varke the third, so. Let's see. Yeah, it's the lack of ownership and accountability. It's gross. It's the hypocrisy. That word always trips me up. I absolutely don't understand. Making death pacts. Rip Varke. I wonder if the first mother ever find the bell. Yeah, I wonder that too, Gemrock. I doubt it. She was like really far away. You know what? But I'm not worried about the mother. I'm worried about my baby brother that was born and that the mother carried off there. He probably died in the forest alone, somewhere cold and hungry. She's extremely abusive to her audience as well. Well, yeah, she is. We just keep spinning in circles with this, but the irony blows my mind that it's lost on her. But Chantel is abusive to her audience. At least I think she is, and this is maybe where we would disagree on something, guys, but if I had to choose who I think is the better person on the inside, I think it's Amber Lynn over Chantel. I just don't think Chantel is a very nice person. She doesn't seem like it. She seems like she's kind of got a lot of stuff going on where she just thinks she's better than everyone else. I'm not saying Amber Lynn's perfect, but it's kind of crazy, that whole deal. What I'd like to do is I wonder if I could get away with doing this while you guys are watching. Capture a specific window. I'm just switching over to a little bit easier of a game for me. But it doesn't seem to be there. But that's okay. You guys don't necessarily need to be seeing too much. We're having a fun time chatting. I'll just kind of show you what I'm going to play. This game is called Wall Street Raider, and it's just an investment game that's kind of fun that I like to play to kill time. Yes. And I am going to change the name so that you guys don't see too much personal information, because that is none of your beeswax. That'll be good. Give my guy a fake name. Cool. Now we're in business. All right, you guys probably can't even see, but that's okay. I'll just have a little more fun playing myself. And where were we? Here. I wonder if the first one ever found the bell. I doubt it. She extremely boosted her audience. Yup, she's vile. Amber at least cares for the people in her life. Yeah, Amber at least has like some sort of support structure or something going on, or at least what looks to be something like that. Foodie Beauty, man, just doesn't seem like... She seems like she's using people, and she's only with them for as long as they agree with her, and then as soon as they disagree with her, they're axed out of her life. And that is like, that's cult-like thinking. It's just... Oh, shoot. How do you spell apparel? You guys probably can't even see what I'm doing. It's so small. But I don't think that's that big of a deal. I'd rather just chat with you guys, and that's kind of what we're just going to do. We're just going to let this do its thing. Let's see. Where were we? Yeah, I agree. I think Chantel is generally a mean, vindictive, abusive person, and I don't think she understands that she is. She really thinks that she's like the best person. That's the delusion there. It's the narcissism that she has going on. What do you guys think that comes from, though? I don't understand like where that mindset comes from. It's just hiding behind all of these like things that don't even really matter. I wish I could just change that without messing with everything, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from her. It's just ridiculous. I really do think that Chantel is the more mean, the more vindictive person out of the two, and what's crazy is I don't even think that Amberlynn is all that nice of a person. I think Amberlynn's a little bit more naive about it, I think, and she just seems like she can at least grasp the situation a little bit more. Not that she's not. I don't think that she's even super aware of how hypocritic that she comes across, but I just think that maybe, like, if I had to spend a day with one of them, I would choose Amberlynn in a heartbeat. If I had to choose someone to have, like, a circular veg-out sesh with, it would be Amberlynn over Chantel in a second. I feel like Chantel would just, like, I don't know. I'd just sit there be rolling my eyes the whole time, but with Amberlynn, I feel like we could, like, have a laugh here and there about dumb stuff. Nagasina, I got sweaty balls. Seasons Eatons is the name of our business. Oh, what have you got for us today, Pete? I've got some sweaty balls. Don't you love how they just melt in your mouth? Oh, I love your sweaty balls, Pete. I think she was spoiled, overindulged as a child. Yeah, that definitely could be the case. If you're looking for a website that categorizes all the crazy hypocrites, check out Kiwi Farms. Yeah, I'll text that to myself too. You guys are giving me some good suggestions. Anytime that you guys do track down some hypocrisy that you'd like me to check out, I would be very happy for you to send me a message and just let me know, man. How late am I? Cemetery says you're about an hour and 20 minutes late, and I don't think we'll go past 2 hours. So, you know how it is. Where did her narcissism come from? She was spoiled. That's it. Finished. Yeah, I really think so. And it's just she never had to take responsibility for her actions. She's always been able to blame other people for her actions, probably, and But it's more than that. It's a mentality thing. It's a victim mentality deal where she can toss herself into a category of people and then say, well, because I'm in this category of people, you guys are criticizing me because I'm this category of people, and therefore you guys just hate fat people. Yeah, as if we're like drudging through every single fat person's video and then just making fun of them for how fat they are. Like, as if we're walking down the street going, ha ha ha, hey fatty, look at you, fatty McFat. As if that person exists amongst us. And maybe they do. Maybe 1 in 100,000 are like that. But Chantel, I don't know. I think you're kind of missing the boat here, and the majority of people just aren't criticizing you for that. And her creating these straw man arguments too, where she she decides what the other people are criticizing her for, is just ridiculous. There's either two realities that can exist. So either Chantel is all upset because people are just making fun of her because she's overweight, in which case she's talking about like less than 1% of people, and she's just against negative comments on the internet, which is like, okay, yeah, I also am against negative comments on the internet, but there's millions of people that use it every day, so what are you going to do? Control all of this? So either that's her point, which is useless, Either she's out there saying, I'm against bullying. Wow, that's very brave of you, Chantel. We're also against that kind of bullying. People don't like when you're called like super fat and stuff like that either. That's gross to us as well, you know? But when either that's the case, or the case is that she just or she's talking to people who are giving valid criticism, and she can't understand that people are criticizing her for very legitimate things, and she just keeps doubling down on those things, which is ridiculous, silly. If you're looking for a website, where did her narcissism come from? It's often learned from the people around her, or she was just born that way. I also remember when Amber would stalk live chat and defending her actions. And that's what's really, I think, one of the more funny things about all of this, as if that doesn't make people more excited to attack you. You know, as if defending your hypocrisy and just doubling down on your hypocrisy, even if you are right, as if feeding the trolls more and more is helping you, Amberlynn and Chantel. It's crazy. They just double down on the things that people are criticizing them for. And really, if you don't agree with the criticism, just ignore it. Guys, Chantel and Amberlynn, that's the best advice I could ever give you. If you think these people are trolls, then I don't understand why you're responding to them. If you think that they're just abusing you and hating you, I don't understand why you are giving them the time of day then. Why are you like amplifying their voices if that's how you really feel about this? It almost seems like you like the attention and you just really care about your own self-image, but there's thousands of people on the internet that are going to disagree with you, and you can't control that. It's often learned from the people around her, or she was just born that way. And and I think I'm just done playing my game as well. If you guys want to see more playing game, I have a link in the description for a channel called Gamer Varke, where if I'm just playing a video game, I'll just throw it on there. I have a playthrough of me playing Crusader Kings 3 a little bit, and I was pretty tired when I was playing it, so I don't know how interesting it is, but that's a fun thing right there. And if you want more of like that political stuff and the Young Turk stuff, that's also in the link in the description, along with my Twitter if you follow me. But anyways, won the farms. I don't remember what I was just saying. About how you shouldn't feed the trolls. That's what I was saying. You shouldn't indulge people. If they're just trying to get a rise out of you, man, I don't know why you're feeding that. Nagasena, sit it in, then Hawks pee in Mao. Ugh, gross. Have you not seen Chantel's thread on kiwi farms? No, I'm not super familiar with kiwi farms, to be completely honest with you. It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know the deal. Ew, man, I was eating a chocolate ball. Chantel speaks so ill of everybody else, it's disturbing. Yeah, it's all projection. The fat shamers are at the farms. What does that mean? What do you guys mean, the farms? Chantel's a spoiled brat. She reminds me of an entitled 9-year-old. 9-year-old, I think is what you meant to say. But yeah, exactly. She's a whole rules for thee, but not for me. That's her entire mentality. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. Yep, KF is a funny site. Careful not to get doxxed there, though. Interesting. You can get doxxed? How does that work? Don't dox me, you guys. That'd be annoying. It'd be more annoying than anything. Wow, you're speaking so fast. Oh, I don't mean to be speaking so fast. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm just rambling about nothing. Someone said she was hopeless, and she said it was hate speech. And does she not understand that by labeling any criticism against her as hate speech, that she's belittling things that might actually count as hate speech? Does she not see that? Like, if she really cared about these things and these rights and things like that, then if she just is labeling things that aren't them, like, I don't know. How does she not see that that's not belittling the very thing that she claims that she cares about? It's insane. DP, Nagasena, Strati, Nuts. Nagasena, I don't understand what you're doing. Are you just tossing stuff in chat? Doesn't make any sense. She is spoiled. I am really not sure what her trauma is. Yeah, her trauma is she can't handle being told no. That seems to be her big issue. What continent should we look at? Africa? Europe? The Middle East, maybe? East China? That could be cool. What about where we are? The United States of America. Maybe the best country that's ever existed. Kowtow Farms is where the fat shamers are. That is the community there. Kiwi Farms. That's what you're thinking of. Kowtow Farms. That's funny. You know that the word kowtow comes from a thing where China, not really ancient China, but China before modern China had a system where countries around China would go to the emperor and would give him gifts and would bring their, I think it's their hands and their face down to the ground to show that they were subservient to the god emperor of China, and that was called kowtowing. And it was a big thing that would happen because when the Europeans showed up in China, they were more powerful than China and oftentimes could beat China in military conflict, but they still wanted good relations with China to trade. So they would kowtow to the emperor of China, and China would bill it as the Europeans are subservient to the god emperor of China. And Europeans would be like, yeah, whatever we got to do to get your stuff. Kind of funny. That's my understanding of what happened anyways. I got that from the book World Order by, his name escapes me at the moment, Henry Kissinger. It's a pretty good book. Chantel does a lot of deflecting. She knows she's not making good choices and hates the fact that people point it out via the comment section. Yeah, no, she is an absolute goof, and, like, she can't handle criticism. It's very obvious that nobody's told her no ever in her life, and nobody's ever given her the hard truths in her life. And it's the problem. It seems like what would happen if you had a kid and your kid just wanted candy and you just gave him candy for every meal. And it's like, yeah, you might think you're a good parent because you're like making your kid happy, but actually what you're doing is you're being a bad parent, and you're not preparing your kid for the real world where people aren't necessarily going to like you. And especially if you're doing things that can be criticized, they're going to start criticizing you. That's the real truth. That's the whole truth, real truth, and nothing but the truth. Blue Birch, emotionally stunted, that's for sure. Everything we do is hate speech. Even encouraging her to make the right decisions is bullying, LOL. Yeah, well, you see, in Chantel's logic, there's two camps of things. Hate speech camp and things that agree with her. And if it doesn't fit into things that agree with her, it's like an if-then statement. If thing agrees with me, put into good camp, else put thing into hate speech camp. And she doesn't understand what that word is, what hate speech is. She doesn't understand what she's accusing people of. And because everything is hate speech to her, then nothing is hate speech. That's kind of how things work. If you label something as, if something can be categorized in the everything way, then it can also be categorized in the nothing way, because it's pointless. Why even have a category? There isn't a category for everything, you know? Exactly, man. LML, that's all I do is preach the truth. You know it's true. You know it's true, you guys. You know that I'm perfect and I don't say anything wrong. So, Jester, what's your personal problem? Who's Jester? Is that me? Or is that someone else in here? That could be a cool name for a YouTube channel. You guys can have it if you want. I think if anyone would expose you, it would be on Twitter, not YouTube. Yeah, people are really vindictive on YouTube, or on Twitter. So I need you guys there to back me up. Chantel is borderline racist as well, so to say she gets hate speech is so dumb. What makes her borderline racist? What's the evidence there? I haven't seen anything specific about that, but I'm not sure. This label stuff, that's what I really have a big problem with. And it's all the stuff. It's the racist, the sexist, the fatphobic, the transphobic, all this stuff. Like, the problem is, if you accuse someone of being these things, like the whole fatphobic thing, well, it's all been overused so much that it's like, what's the point? But really think for a second. Like let's slow down and follow a thought through. So if you accuse someone of being like fatphobic, it's like you're accusing that person of seeing two people and thinking that one is inherently just better because they're thin, or like the racist thing. If you accuse someone of being a racist, I think you should be careful, because what you're literally accusing that person of is seeing two different colored people and thinking one is inherently just better. How many people really think that way? And are we overusing some of these things just to like go for points, especially on the internet? And well, I think that Chantel is doing the same thing. She's just accusing people of being fatphobic for criticizing her. And it's like, yeah, well, maybe it has nothing to do with fat phobia. Maybe it has everything to do with your attitude and how you're presenting yourself, Chantel. Could that possibly be the case? Are you possibly hiding behind behind labels so that you can just protect your bad decisions. Well, no, you're not allowed to do that. And that's what I'm here to do, is to call you out for doing that, because that's ridiculous. You don't get to create a label and then act like a totally nasty person and then hide behind that label. And imagine it holds the same weight in my brain as if you guys criticized me. You guys said, hey, Mr. Varke, I don't think you're being very fair here. And I said, what? Because I have brown hair? You hate people with brown hair? Great. I know that the criticism that you guys made about me has nothing to do with my hair being brown, but I guess that you guys just hate brown-haired people now. Like, how silly of a thing. And even if you did hate me for having brown hair, would that make your criticism any less valid? Like, what are we talking about here? Sometimes conversations get dragged so into the weeds by these labels that people put on each other that it's gross. And there's a really interesting video. Man, I don't remember who made it, but it goes into, like, why discrimination happens and why people fight with each other and disagree with each other. Do you like my shirt, by the way? It's me. I'm the only guy cool enough who can wear a shirt of my own face. But why people discriminate each other and why people lash out at each other. And it shows that, like, people are biased towards their own group and they're biased against groups that aren't their group. And the question is then, well, is it because their group's better? Is there a reason that they're biased in favor of their own group? What does it take for a group to be biased against another group? And it turns out that one group doesn't actually need to be better than the other group. All there has to happen for groups to not like each other is to slice people into groups. That's all you need to do. If you take people and you slice them into groups randomly, they will be biased in favor of their group and biased to attack the other groups. That is just a genetic thing in humans that we do. It's a biological truth that humans do. We're just kind of just how we operate. And so I don't like this, like, when people slice themselves into, like, the fat phobia camp or even, like, the racial camps and stuff like that, where people start like trying to make race very prevalent in things. In dividing people by race, whether you think it's for a good reason or not, you are making people hate each other because you're making teams, and teams automatically don't like each other. So stop making teams. Can we all just be on the same team, please? Can we all just, like, I don't know, see each other as individuals maybe and try to just like give each other the benefit of the doubt, please? I don't think that's too much to ask, man. Let's see. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I've heard of cow tipping, but I'm from Tennessee. I've heard of cow tipping, but I'm from the Midwest, and I grew up on a beef farm, actually, and I've never heard of it being done. Maybe, like, a long time ago. That's, like, something that parents talk about that they did. I think some of the racist stuff comes from her Charlie Cole statements. Okay. Search her beef with Charlie Gold. She called her Charlie Cole and said she knew she was a criminal by looking at her, and she needed to stop pulling the race card when Chantel was using charged lingua. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. That doesn't sound great at all. And, you know, some people I'd be, like, maybe willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. But with how fast Chantel is willing to just judge people and toss them into categories, it makes me think, you know what, Chantel, I don't want to give you the benefit of the doubt, because if this was flipped, you'd accuse someone of this very clearly, and you would try to report their channel and get them removed. That's gross, though. So her name's Charlie Gold, and she's calling her Charlie Cole? Ugh. Not a good look there, Chantel. I know she's a criminal just by looking at her. Yikes. Uh-huh. Yeah, and we can tell you don't have a very good diet by looking at you, man, except for ours is actually accurate. What a crazy thing. She also told a Jewish reaction channel to go react to the Holocaust. Like, what's even the context of that where that would make sense, Chantel? What are you doing? Yikes. She does fetishize black/foreign men, but belittles black women. You look like a Jew, Big Ben Bittner says. Is that right? What does a Jew look like? I don't like stuff where they talk about, like, where a race and a religion or two different categories use the same name. Because there's, like, the Jewish religion, and then there's, like, ethnic Jews, too. And that's, like, a really confusing thing to wrap your head around. In the same way that there's, like black culture, and then there's people who are like black racially, you know? Like, that's kind of a messy thing, too. So then when you try to criticize, like, a cultural difference, it sounds like you're just criticizing black people, and that's just gross. Charlie Gold. Chill, bruh. LOL, what did I start by mentioning kiwi farms? A whole thing. Autocorrect kills everyone. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm from Indiana. I've only seen cow tipping in the Barnyard movie. You know what's funny is that's actually what I was thinking of too, is the Barnyard movie where they cow tip. I love in the Barnyard movie where the animals order pizza. It's the funniest thing ever. They order pizza and the pizza guy shows up and the animals are using fake arms to grab the pizzas and bring them into the barn. And one of the arms falls and the pizza guy goes, "Hey man, you dropped your arm." And the cow says, "It's all good, keep it." And then the pizza guy goes, "Are you sure?" "Well, okay." And looks back at the other pizza guy in the car and goes, "Dude, I got an arm." Other pizza guy, "Righteous, dude." It's the funniest part of the whole movie, man. I used to watch it with some pals, and we used to crack up, man. And then she said she didn't know the woman was Jewish, but come on. Well, if she didn't know the woman was Jewish, why does she tell her to react to the Holocaust? Is that just what she says to everybody? Doubt it. Look at yourself, mate. Nice. What does a Jew look like? I guess I'm looking at one. Yes, Varke, I couldn't agree more with your opinion of using racist and phobia of the weak labels. Bravo. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Nah, blah, blah, blah. Jews don't have a separation of state and synagogue. Big Ben, I don't know what we're talking about here, man. I think that, I don't know what you're talking about at all. Sounds kind of goofy. But anyways, who are some other hypocrites out there? I love hypocrites. That's like one of my favorite things. You guys should compile for me. You guys should do my job for me. You guys should compile for me a list of hypocrites and send them to me. The Barnyard game for GameCube was legitimately one of my favorite games growing up, LMAO. Oh my gosh. You guys, did we have the same childhood? I didn't have that game. I didn't have a GameCube. But my cousins had a GameCube, and we would sometimes trade off the controller for the Barnyard game. Great point, Jamrock. I think Big Ben might be one of the people we're talking about tonight. Quit slicing people into categories. It's gross. If you slice people into categories, they'll fight each other. That's just something that people do. She said she didn't know she was Jewish, but has interacted with that same YouTuber before. Yeah, but she's probably right, you guys. You see, what you don't understand is that Chantel knows better, and if you criticize her, then you're in the wrong, and you're the bully, and you're the harasser, and you just don't understand, and you're just the bad guy. So I don't understand why you're criticizing Chantel. Don't you get that she's better than you, and that she knows better than you? Isn't that the greatest? Like, there's nothing more controversial and more just like, oh, F you, lady, than someone who gets out there and you can just tell is putting off a I'm better than you vibe. And I don't think there is anything that makes people's blood boil more. And Chantel, there's two people that I can think of that do that to an insane degree. One is Chantel, and the other one is Anna Kasparian, one of the news on the Young Turks. And, well, she has literally come out in a video and said, do I think I'm better than you? Yes, I think I'm better than you. I'm much better than you. You know what? I think she throws an F word. I'm much fucking better than you. You are garbage. She says that into the camera, looking at you, the viewers. Yeah. Out of touch, you think? I think so. If you guys are curious about that, I have a link in the description for my other YouTube channel, Varke. I just moved over some of that Young Turk stuff over there. And if you guys are curious about seeing Anna Kasparian be a complete hypocrite, check out that video. I think that's one of the things that just blows my mind, where she just looks in the camera and says, do I think I'm better than you? Yes, I'm better than you. Much better than you. You are fucking garbage. Nothing will make your blood boil more. Yeah, we get it, Anna. You're so much better than us. And Chantel's the same way. Chantel doesn't come out and just say it, but the whole rules for thee and not for me thing is totally, I'm better than you. I know better than you. It's okay when I criticize people, but when other people criticize me, it's bullying. Get over yourself, Chantel. Just get over yourself. You're not that cool. You're not better than us. I know you think you are, but you're not. So you're not special. Where were we? Yeah. Big Ben. She said she didn't know she was. Trump is a hypocrite. Okay. She really likes to pretend. She doesn't watch any other reaction channels. Yeah, someone tweeted out something about that, and they were like, it like caught her in a lie, where she's like, yeah, I don't even watch those videos. But then she was like listing off a bunch of stuff that was being said. So it's like, okay, well then where are you getting this information then, Chantel? Because it seems like you're just, I don't know, come up with nothing. Maybe Big Ben is Peter. It's probably Pete's. Are you in here, Pete's? Pete's, dude, if Pete's was in here, I would want him to let us know, and I would love to just have an interview with Pete. Wouldn't that be crazy? You guys would probably dig that, I think, too. Just this one-on-one sit down where it's just me and Pete's for just like an hour or two, and we're just talking. And I'm like, so just like no judgments, Pete's, but what's the deal, man? Like, what's your thought process? Explain to me why you're making the decisions that you're making. I'm very interested to hear them. Man, that would be awesome. I would love to have a sit down with Amberlynn Reed as well. Chantel, I'd be much less interested in a sit down because I don't think we'd get anywhere. I think that she'd just be a pain, and I'd sit there and roll my eyes the whole time. She would start going into the whole bullying thing, and I would go like this: "Oh, shut the frick up." I would say a different word though. Shut the F up, Chantel. Oh, honey, please, just shut up. Like, you're so stupid, man. Just cool it. I'd have to watch it. I'd start getting mean. I would start bullying. And you're also a nerd, and you probably do good at school, Chantel. Oh. Actually. She really likes to pretend. This is old hypocrite news, but my favorite YouTube hypocrite is The Rewired Soul. I think I've seen that one, maybe. Yes, Varke. That's me. In Chantel's mind, anyone that says something about her she doesn't like is considered hate speech. Another example is her misuse of reporting other reaction channels, citing copyright. Yeah, I remember that. That was like a big thing. I remember when I made my very first video about Chantel a couple years ago, and people were like, watch out, she flags people for stuff like this, which is gross. So what, she's trying to destroy people's careers for doing the exact same thing that she does on this website? Chantel, is that really how it is? And like, I wouldn't, like, if he does stuff like that, I wouldn't be surprised if people just flagged her back. And that's the war that she's trying to start, because she's doing the same thing. ALR has said things like that too, especially when she had press-on nails. Press-on nails are gross. Except for if any of you guys are supporters of me and you have press-on nails, yours are fine. Mary Beth, yes, another hypocrite is some girl named Shallon Lester. Pretty scummy, so I wouldn't give her a watch, but Jay Aubrey has a good video on her. Shallon Lester. Sorry about that, guys. Just shooting off a little text. And Big Ben left the chat. Yeah, sorry, dog. Couldn't handle it. Why did he keep saying that people look like Jews? That's weird. ALR has said things like that too. Mary Beth, yes. Another hypocrite is some girl named Shallon Lester. Okay, where was I? Do you have a link to your other channel? I definitely do. Links are all in the description. They should be in the description of this video, but they also should be in the description of some of my more recent videos as well. Otherwise, if you just type in Varke, you should be able to find it. I think you guys will like that stuff too. It's a different kind of hypocrisy because they're not like mukbangers, but it's still so much hypocrisy. But it's about the Young Turks. Those are some of my favorites. Your mom entered my chat. Oh, Big Ben is here. Your mom entered my chat. Bullying's not allowed. That's pretty funny. You're welcome to chat with us, but just please don't do that. Yeah, let's cool it with the race stuff. LOL, I'll say hi. He's sleeping on the couch. Nice. Pete's. She wants to be handled with baby gloves, but she wants to destroy others' livelihood and ruin lives. Yeah, without a doubt. She's an absolute hypocrite, guys. She really is. If you guys haven't seen the video that I just put out earlier today about it, I think you should really give it a look. It goes into like just how much of a hypocrite she is, and just like at one point in the video, she says something, and then I literally just copy that and move it in front, move it behind what she says immediately after that. And it just makes sense. Like her own criticism, really, they are criticisms against people that comment on her can be used. Look how vain I am. I keep playing with my hair. Her own criticism that she makes against people can be made exactly the same against her. And you could make a Chantel video where it's her ranting about people criticizing her, and you could just take her criticisms and then apply them through as like the solution to it. You could just move that, and that would be like its own self-sufficient video in a weird way, which is like, I don't know, kind of funny. Man named Rick Productions. He is a nonce and blames the kids for everything. There's a plethora of exposed vids on him. Rick Productions. How was that? I like these ideas that you guys are sending me. Look at me, I'm texting with my LG phone. I love LG phones. They're actually my favorites. I've had an LG phone since the LG G3, and I've tried other phones. I've had work phones that were like iPhones and stuff, and I've tried Samsung phones as well. And man, I'm telling you guys, LG makes a great Android phone. Maybe some of the best. I just really love their stuff. Best cameras, I think. You know who I think is a hypocrite on YouTube? You know what, Big Ben? I don't really care who you think is a hypocrite on YouTube because you should have just put it in that message. Why are you like teasing me, man? Just say it. I don't like when people do that. Don't you hate when people like message you and they're like, hey, can I tell you something? You know, if people message me that, I'm just going to start saying, no, you can't tell me something because what did you think I was going to say? Maybe just tell me the thing, please. Isn't that annoying? Wouldn't it be cool if I had another energy drink and we could all talk about energy drinks again together? Shallon Lester. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. She wants to be handled with baby gloves. I have to check out Shallon. Man named Rick Productions. Yes, Mano y Mano. Talk with Pete's. Man to man. That's what it would be called, too. If me and Pete's got together and had a podcast together, it would be called Mano y Mano. That's what it means, right? Man to man. Man and man. It would be called Men and Men. What if it was like... It would be called Man to Man. That's what our podcast would be called, me and Pete's. And I'd walk in, Pete's, what in the heck is up, my dude? That's how we'd handshake. It'd be sweet. We'd have a whole thing. We'd like bump hips. And then we'd sit down and we'd be like, so, beer, huh? And girls? And trucks? And race cars? You know, things that guys talk about. That's what me and Pete would talk about. Football, am I right, Pete? That's awesome. Ooh, those are the worst. Is he like a family channel or something? I don't like when people use kids and hide behind kids and stuff like that too. That's gross. Don't use your kid and don't bring kids into arguments and stuff like that. What if that happened to your kid? Not relevant. You're trying to get people emotional. Maybe you could talk some sense into the poor guy. I'd put Pete in a headlock and give him a noogie. I'm just kidding, bro. Wouldn't that be funny? That would be bullying. She says she isn't responsible for triggering others, yet her audience is responsible for triggering her with their comments. Yes, Mary Beth, exactly. That is, and thank you for complimenting my video as well. I think that was you who said that was a good video. Yeah, that was in my video from today. She says she literally says, I'm not responsible for triggering you guys. If you don't like my content, you don't have to watch my content. Well, Chantel, watch this. Watch the table turn. We're not responsible for triggering you, and if you don't like our content or our comments, you don't have to read them or watch them. What now? What's the difference? I'd love to hear you make a 7-minute rant about that, please. Yikes. I wish she would just go on something like that and make some real points, but she can't. There's no substance to what she's saying. Always what it is just accusing people of hate and hiding behind that as a excuse. Where was I here? She says she isn't responsible for triggering others, yet her audience is responsible. Yep, that's the one. LOL, we're the worst. Careful what you wish for. Blue Birch, you're such a goon. Chantel is downright mean and nasty to people, whereas ALR manipulates her fans more. Yeah, maybe that's the case. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if I see them. Maybe it's just me being dumb and naive, but I don't know if I see as much the manipulation from Amberlynn Reed. I feel like Amberlynn Reed is a little bit more in touch with what she does that's wrong, and I think she kind of feels guilty. I'm just totally speculating and guessing, but I think she does feel guilty about at least a little bit about how she goes about managing all of this stuff, and I don't think Chantel feels guilty at all. And I just, like, what really irks me too is in her videos when she says, I'm going to do this thing because I want to, just because I want to. Yeah, what a great way to live your life. Yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't know, what's like a great example? I'm just gonna eat 3 cakes because I want to. I'm just not gonna exercise because I don't want to. Yeah, okay, that's great, but sometimes you gotta do hard things in your life, and it's very clear that you are not prepared to face any hard decisions. Sorry to say, but if you just make fun of people and call people different regions as a comeback to similar chat, then you are just a coward, Big Ben, so please speak nicer. Sorry for any mistakes. Hello, yeah, longer message, Saws. Can I ask a question? No, you may not. Oh, that's awesome. Me and Pete's. So that's the prime. So what's the primary problem? I don't understand what you're saying. Me and pets? Pete's would want to talk about My Little Pony and probably in a way that would disturb you. Mono y Brony. Ooh, that would be a good name for it. I'd listen to him. If he really wanted to talk to me about My Little Pony, I'd be like, okay, dude, so I'm really going to give you a shot here. Tell me why the show's good. And like when I ask someone, so why do you like this show? What makes it good? I hate when they say, oh, it's just really good. It's just a fun show to watch. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know that it's a fun show for you to watch. That's why you're watching it. Can you say that, like, I don't know, you really like the art in it, or the stories are really good, or you really like the musical score? Can you give me like a specific thing, please? Because you just saying it's good is irrelevant to me, because I know some other things that you think are good and they suck. So this is how it is. But I'd want him to explain to me. I'd be like, okay, so like, who's your favorite character from the show and why? That's something I'd ask to try to, I guess, get a little bit more information about it. My favorite character is Snowdrop because she just has the prettiest little hooves. Great. Well, I'm not after horse hooves, so I guess I wouldn't like the show. Let's see. We're going to go for about, I think, 6 more minutes, guys, and then we'll finish it up. It's been 2 hours, that's pretty great. Title, Brief History of Rick Productions, Rick Barry and jailed husband Martin Barry. I think Chantel gets mad that channels who react to her videos usually get more views compared to the views she gets in her channel. That's my theory, LOL. She needs to take a hint in that, like, there aren't people who really exist on YouTube that make really good content that just get hated on and shitted on. That doesn't really exist. So if you're really, like, some hate is normal, but if like 80% of your stuff is hate, you should take a real self-reflected look. Like sometimes people are just wrong, but how often are that many people wrong, He live streams on the regular and has done horrid stuff to Unans. I wish people did reaction videos to me. I think that would be really cool if people made YouTube videos about me. Even if they were super critical, I think I'd dig it. I'd really enjoy it, I think. I'd love to watch it and be like, oh, that's really fascinating. I don't get the mindset that Chantel's in. I love comments on my videos. I think they're awesome. When I wake up in the morning, I open up and I go and I look and I'm like, these are fun, dude. These are fun. Negative and positive. They're great. It just cracks me up seeing what people have to say. People are funny. And if people made videos about me, I'd be like flattered. I'd be like, wow, I actually feel like kind of a big deal. This is awesome. So I'm making like kind of a ripple happen. I matter, Extra information, his husband is in jail for what they done, and he is live saying the kids lied. How can people... So, you guys don't want to know something crazy? When I was in high school, there was a girl, and she was a year younger than me, and I sat next to her in a couple classes. Well, in like 2018, she murdered a dude. She like stabbed him a bunch of times in the chest, and she went to court and they sentenced her to life, and she's going to be there till she's 70 years old. But she's trying to raise money to appeal. So what she does is she makes art and she sells it on Instagram. But I don't understand. How can you have Instagram and be in jail or prison? How does that make sense? How can you make art and sell it on Instagram if you're in jail or prison? And it makes me think, like, if I could just like go to prison and they just set me up with a little YouTube studio, wouldn't that be kind of cool? Maybe prison wouldn't suck. What if I could make like YouTube videos from prison? How can you do that? I don't understand how that works. She will be eligible for parole when she's 70 years old, and I think she did it. I think that I met her. We sat next to each other. I listened to her talk. I didn't think she was like crazy or anything like that, but the vibe I got was that she thought she was really smart and could get away with anything, and it seemed like one of those things where she did it just to see if people could catch her, and I think she thought she could pull a big one over the justice system, and I think the justice system threw it in her face. And that's my thoughts on that. That, in case you guys are curious, that is the Ezra McAndalis case from Wisconsin. And man, I watched that a couple times through that whole court case because I knew her. Isn't that crazy? I actually knew a dude, one of the dudes that was kind of in our friend group, had like a huge crush on her too. And he would like date other girls, and he'd be like, "Yeah, dude, but the real woman of my dreams is Ezra." It was fun hanging out. Love your channel. Have a good night, bro. See you, Blue Birch. We're going to be calling her quits here pretty quick. My high school sweetheart went to jail for manslaughter. It's crazy. That's insane. Oh man. See ya, Russian letters. Jodi Arias? No, but they compare the person to Jodi Arias a lot. I don't know a ton about Jodi Arias, but I know that a lot of people are like, it's kind of like another Jodi Arias. So it's kind of like Jodi Arias, very similar. What's this? You want the real problem? Do you know Regina in the Rainbow? That's you, Amberlynn Reed, and Foodie Beauty plus ALR. You suffered her thinking? Can you reword that, please, Xerxes, so that makes sense? You want the real problem? Do you know Regina in the Rainbow? That's you, Amberlynn Reed, and Foodie Beauty plus ALR. Well, one, Amberlynn Reed and ALR are the same person. You suffered her thinking? I'd really appreciate you retyping that so I can understand what you're trying to say. Exactly, and you're definitely awesome. I know, Sarah Connor. I know that I'm awesome and that I rock and that I'm like maybe one of the smartest, coolest people that's ever existed in the world. I already know that that's true. Some prisons allow internet access. Interesting. He killed his best friend during an argument. Yikes. Yikes. That's crazy, man. It shouldn't even ever escalate to that point because there is not an argument that exists where it justifies getting violent. Violence is wrong, and I can't believe you have to say this in this world and people will justify violence for when they think it's on their team. If you are violent against somebody else because they disagree with you, you're the bad guy. End of story. That's it. Doesn't matter what they're disagreeing with you on. Doesn't matter if it's one of the most heinous things in the world. Words are words, and sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And people are allowed to disagree with you and hold heinous opinions. It is not okay for you to hit somebody because you don't like how they think. That's gross. That's messed up. It's disgusting, and you're the bad guy. That's all it is. So this whole I don't have a lot of people who get violent and attack each other unless it's in self-defense. That's the only time violence is ever okay is in self-defense. And I don't have a lot of sympathy, I don't think, for people who hit another person and accidentally kill them. You shouldn't have hit that person, dude. As soon as you started throwing punches, you kind of forfeited your excuse, I think. That's my personal opinion. I guess that's why I'm not a lawyer or a judge or anything like that, but that's how I feel about that. I know that case. She did the crime with someone else, right? Yeah, kinda. It's kind of like there was a love triangle. It's that she was dating a 34-year-old dude and she was 20, and they were together, and then she was cheating on him, and well, it's tricky because she says that she was sexually assaulted by his roommate and the dude that she killed, but I think that the other side was saying that she just cheated on him and was using that as a way to hide from it. And so she cheated on him, and then they broke up, but she had an abortion and also got rid of her baby, and they broke up. And then I think the idea that they think what happened is she really still wanted to be with the 34-year-old, but this new guy that's about her age, Alex was his name, was kind of in the way, and she wanted to prove to the 34-year-old that she was over him. So she took him somewhere and killed him. And man, if you guys ever watch that case, just watch how she looks at the dude who is 34 when he comes in. She does not seem remorseful. Maybe that's not fair. I don't know. It's hard to judge people when they're on the stand and stuff like that, but yikes. She looks like she kind of thought she could get away with it. Oh, my real sweetheart is Agra, like this other girl, I guess. Yeah, isn't that funny? I know. I used to think the same thing too. I was like, dude, your current girlfriend's kind of cool. If I had internet access, it changes my thoughts on going to prison. 3 meals, a roof, exercise, a library, and internet? Yeah, dude, at some point, it's what's really different than my regular life then? My uncle works in a prison, and they let the inmates do a lot of different crafts, like leatherwork, woodwork, to name a few. Yeah, well, that makes sense to me, man, but letting them have Instagram, I don't think... Kind of the point of you being in prison is to sequester you off from society, and I think that you should be sequestered off from society if that's the case. Write your letters out, and maybe you can message your family, but social media posts, you can't start a newspaper while you're in prison, can you? And that's kind of what that is, a digital newspaper. But that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to sell art, and her art is not very good, I don't think. It's dirt_fiend is the Instagram name, and her art is upper high school, lower college at best, and she's trying to sell that to raise money for her appeal. Yeah, right. What a joke. Fun fact, violence is allowed in some circumstances under federal law. E.g., you find your wife in bed with another man and, you are in the right. Nope, I don't. Sure, I guess that the law would allow it in some cases. I don't think that's okay, though. You should never hit another person unless you're trying to defend yourself from somebody else. Look at these manly arms. Unless you're trying to defend yourself from somebody else, there's never a reason to hit another person. If you walk in on your wife with somebody else, divorce and move on. Don't hit anybody. Like, you don't get to justify violence, man. The problem is it's the slippery slope. If you start justifying violence here or there, all of a sudden now there's reasons where it's okay to hurt somebody. And if it's okay to hurt somebody, then what's the next step? It's kind of like killing somebody, and that's gross. All right, let's finish the rest of these comments and let's head out for the night. I'll definitely be checking out that video after the stream. Thanks for the suggestions, man. Yeah, in case you guys forgot, check out my links in the description for my other channels for stuff that's a little bit different. I moved that content over there. This is definitely my focus channel, though, so this one I want to keep uploading on. Those other ones will get uploads way more rarely, I would guess. Follow me on Twitter. I always appreciate that. All those links are in the description. And check out my video that I released earlier today. It's one of my favorites that I had working on it, and it just goes into how much of a hypocrite Chantel really is. They have the trial. Yeah, they have the trial. Watch Court TV. That's where it is. Yeah, you're still alive. Reframe, sure. You suffer like Amber Lynn plus Foodie Booty from the urge to addict from food plus any other substance. So what is inside yourself? I don't understand what you're saying, Xerxes. I just don't understand. So you suffer like Amber Lynn plus Foodie Booty from the urge to addict from food plus any other substance. Are you talking about, like, me personally? And I will throw out there, sure, I'm addicted to food. I definitely get withdrawal systems if I go a couple of days without eating. Sometimes I think that dinner is so good that I want to have it again the next day. Isn't that crazy? If you can buy it, you can use it. Like you can buy a TV for your cell. Okay, well then show me them buying the $1,400 cell phone that they're doing this from. So, great. I don't think that she shouldn't be allowed to do art there. But I don't understand, like, the taking pictures and selling it online. That seems kind of crazy. Bye, not bye. Xerxes, you're trying so hard. You're my favorite person here. Yeah, I agree. I want to know what Xerxes is trying to say is the only thing. That's why John Gacy did. Sold his art. Do you think that Amber got onto a show? I don't. I would be really surprised if that was the case. That'd be kind of crazy. Left you a subscribe. Thank you, Big Ben. That's all it's really after. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe in all my videos. Check out my links in the description, and check out those that Twitter. Really follow me on Twitter. I like to tweet, and it's also a good place where we can, like, share information about stuff so that I can make more videos. Without Twitter, it's way harder to gather information for stuff like this. I'm sorry, Maritza. What we're talking about is me, how I'm about to dip, because we've been doing this for 2 hours and 6 minutes, and I said 2 hours was going to be the max. Weight loss surgery. I don't think Chantel is going to get weight loss surgery. I think it's all talk and no action, but I guess time will tell. And I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter, my Patreon, and my other YouTube channels in the description. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching. And